First, you're going to join your crossbody strap pieces by placing the short ends right sides together perpendicular to each other, and you'll want the ends to overlap about 1/4 inch. So a diagonal seam from corner to corner. I'm going to use a Teflon foot to help sew through the faux leather so my machine doesn't stick to the faux leather. If you're finding that you're using a metal foot and the fabric is sticking to the bottom of the foot, you could also try adding a piece of tape to the bottom of the foot, or adding a layer of tissue paper in between the foot and your fabric as you sew. Trim the excess seam allowance to 1/4 inch wide. Then you'll press the seam open with your fingers. Top stitch each side of the seam with an 1/8 inch seam allowance. Next, you're going to fold the strap in half lengthwise with wrong sides together and top stitch an 1/8 inch from each length side. Now we're going to taper the ends of the strap. This step is optional, but it adds some extra detail to the strap. First, you're going to measure 3/4 inch in from each short end along the inside edge. Then you're going to draw a diagonal line between each 3/4 inch measurement and the opposite lower corner of the strap. Cut along each line to create tapered ends. Then top stitch an 1/8 inch from the tapered ends. What's nice about using cork fabric or faux leather is that it can be left raw edge, so we don't have to finish off these ends of our strap. Next, you're going to thread one end of the strap through one swivel hook. Fold the end of the strap about 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch to the underside and top stitch the strap to itself. From now on, remember that the side that has the raw edge folded against it will be considered the underside of the strap. Then you're going to thread the opposite end of the strap through your other swivel hook with the hook against the top side of the strap. Slide the hook away from the end a bit to make room for installing the stud. Measure 1.25 inches in from the end of the strap. Take a rotary punch and punch a hole that is no wider than the screw of the stud. If the fabric doesn't come out after punching, use a screwdriver or an awl to poke the rest of the fabric out. Then take your screw and poke it through from the top side to the underside. Screw the stud in place against the underside. Next, measure 2 inches away from the stud and mark in the center of the strap. Then measure 2-inch increments along the entire length of the strap. I'm just going to mark a few holes so you get the idea. Set your rotary punch to a hole size that is 1/8 inch in diameter and punch a hole at each mark. Then use the scissors to cut a 1/4 inch long slit next to each hole, parallel to the length. Push the stud through any of the holes and adjust the length as needed by pushing the stud through a different hole. You'll continue the same process along the entire length of the strap. Once your strap is complete, you can attach the swivel hooks to each rectangle ring on the handle if you want to use your bag as a crossbody. You can find this pattern on sallietomato.com. Remember, all of the supplies are available on our website, or you can request them at your local fabric shop. Be sure to check out our handmade kits for making this project. I hope you enjoy your stylish new bag!